So I'm doing an in-depth dive into the Luna Ultra and the 4P footage from courtesy of Joe Film Alliance. You can download the footage for yourself, and you can ask yourself the same questions that I did, and you can see the results for yourself. But I dropped them into a timeline here so that I could review them, and I'm going to try and do a screen recording so that we can go over it. So every clip that I have goes Luna, Osmo, Luna, Osmo, Luna, Osmo. So we will be looking at it in that order. So as we scroll through this scene here, the sky is utterly perfect. There is no noise in the situation, no noise in the scene at all. The scene is a little darker than the Osmo 4P, and the bricks are a little brighter, a little darker. So we're going to go over to the Pocket 4P, and there is noise in these clouds. You have raised noise floor to pick up those extra stops of light exposure, but it adds noise to the sky. So the sky is noisy. There's noise in the photo, and on a big screen you might not notice it, but we're pixel peeping today. So that's what I see the difference between the Osmo 4P and the Luna. The Luna is pristine. It is just so perfect. When you go to the Osmo, it's got noise in it. Then when you come over here to the next clip, here is a light. Now we're looking at specular highlights around these bulbs, and they look very clean. When you go over here to the Osmo Pocket, you have these lens flare. Now this lens flare, ghosting and lens flare is not on the Luna. The Luna doesn't have those. There is some lens flare over here, but you don't notice it like you do on the Osmo Pocket. It comes completely across the screen, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we go to the next clip. So next clip, this car is going by. Now this headlight on the Luna is totally clean, totally circular and clean. And when you come over here, and you get closer, it is still clean. The reflection on the pavement is clean, and the headlight is clean. But when you go over here to the Osmo Pocket, you can see that we got lens ghosting over here on this light. Let's go back to the other one. See this, there's not as much lens flare over here ghosting on that light. So when you go back to the Osmo Pocket, the 4P, we're starting to we picked up all these halos and flares, and then we're going to go right over here to the headlight. And the headlight has this big flare coming off of it. Coming across the front, it actually comes down here. Now, if you're not pixel peeping, you may not see it if you're sitting across the room on a TV, but right here is that headlight shoots all the way up in the sky. And over here is a same thing. There's a flare going on right here coming up off of the lights. Going back to the Luna doesn't have any of that. It doesn't have that added ghosting. So there is something else going on here. When this car goes by, I want you to watch this car, and I want you to watch over the top of the back of the car where the roof is. The Luna is completely clean. You see that? Completely clean. Now, when you go over here to the Osmo, it picks up a UFO. So I'm going to call it a UFO because it's an unidentified lens ghosting flare right here. And it follows the car. We're going to drag across it, and you can see the UFO is flying in the sky, way up here in the clouds. Now that doesn't apply to the Luna. The Luna has a perfect lens. It doesn't have when I say perfect, nothing's perfect, okay? And I'm not saying Luna is better. I'm saying take a look for yourself and use your own eyes. Don't take anybody's word for it when they tell you this is better or that is better. You look and you determine for yourself. Okay, so there's no UFO in the sky when this car drives by. But when you go to the Luna, do you see it? I have to review this screen recording. I hope the screen recording can grab it. But here is the two specular eyes in the sky that are from the lens flare on the 4P. Do you see it right there? The lens flare. It's a very strange lens flare with the two circles there. So moving right along, and look at the flare here. That's what I showed you earlier. So we are going to look at this. Now this is the Luna, and the Luna is just super clear. Now it doesn't have the amplification of the highlights like the 4P. It doesn't. It's darker. Let's just say it's darker, but it's cleaner. It's a lot cleaner. So let's go over to the Osmo Pocket. And there we have the ghosting, lens flare, ghosting all around here, which hits into the sky. It is totally, there's something going on with the lens on the 4P. You see this right here? All this right here that's not supposed to be there. Let's go back to the Luna. The Luna is pristine. The sky is pristine. But when you go over here to the 4P, the 4P is just boom. There's just so much stuff. There's a streak coming off the light right there. And I'm going to look at these lights right here as we go through this, see if there's anything there. So the 4P and the Luna, the framing's a little different on the Luna. It doesn't have this bottom here. So anyway, you see it all up here. This is what we're talking about today. Now, there is a difference. So here is the Luna. Now, I haven't put any LUTs on this. We're just going to look at it straight the way Joe provided it. Not going to modify it at all. So we're looking at the Luna right here. And then we're going to the Osmo 4P. And I believe the next one is +1. Or I think this is +1. And then this is 0. Yeah, because this is darker. So you see it cleaned up when he lowered it from +1 to 0. And the 4P. So they're very similar, but we got the lens ghosting going on here. The lens ghosting is following the Osmo. You can see it in every single clip. Lens flare, lens flare. So moving right along, let's go look at another clip. So this clip is the one we already saw, but I think he had this for under video. Let me see what he had that on. Let me go back here. Pure video low light. So this was his pure video low light. And this is where we saw that the sky was totally beautiful. And this is where we picked up the noise in the sky. Now, you have to be pixel peeping. I'm on a 49-inch OLED monitor, and it's easy to see when I run it in full screen. But what you might not see it when you're looking on your phone or your tablet. So we are back to looking at the Luna, and I put the name over here in the corner of each clip so we know what we're looking at. So the Luna is darker. It's on the darker side because there is more stops of exposure on more latitude. So you can see that the Osmo 4P has a lot more light. The bricks are darker right here in the side. And we're going to go back to the 4P. And the bricks are more lit up. So there's no lights, no lens flare there. So you can see the difference that the Osmo is brighter. And that gain comes with a cost many times, and the cost is noise. So we're looking at Joe's rabbit here. This is the Luna. And then we're going to go over to the 4P. Now it looks it's a lot darker on the Osmo 4P. Now, it's possible that if you dial that down in exposure setting that it might close up to be the same. But I wanted to show you that lens flare thing because it caught my eye as I was going over all this footage. Now here, as Joe is walking, the Luna picked up a bunch of aliasing around these bricks. And you can only see it when it's playing. These brick lines there's a lot of aliasing going on. Now I didn't see any of that in the Osmo. The Osmo, the bricks are clean. So the Osmo takes that big win right there. And then we are going back here to the boat. So the little boat is coming across the lake. And I going over here to that's the Luna, and then this is the 4P. Now, if you look at it, there's a lot of mush there. A lot of mush. I think the Luna is cleaner. When you get into this area right here, I think that all looks like mush. Now, coming over to the little four-wheel drive, and Joe's an excellent photographer. I really like his channel. Let me put a shout out for that. We're not here trying to bash anything. We're just comparing the Luna with the 4P. So look how much darker the Osmo 4P is versus the Luna. And what else have we got? Coming along here, we've got the freeway shot. So here is the Luna. And then we go to the Osmo. Luna, Osmo. Luna, Osmo. Very similar. So in log, like I said, I'm not putting a LUT on anything. We're leaving this the way it came. So there's no questions. They're very similar. And moving along, the airplane. So here is the airplane on the Luna. Looks very good. And here's the airplane on the 4P. They both look good. And last but not least, we have the overhead. So here's the Luna in the overhead. And then dragging along, we have the Osmo 4P. They look the same. I think on my OLED screen, they're pretty much the same. Maybe the Luna's a little darker than the Osmo. On my screen, yeah, I think the Osmo is a little exposed, a little bit brighter. But they look pretty much the same. But anyway, we're here talking about those lens flares. That's built into the lens. That's something that cannot be changed. And you can't do anything about it. You can't set the ISO or anything to change that. Here's the Luna again. Clean and pristine. Clean and pristine. No UFOs. Here is the Osmo. Osmo 4P with the dual eyeballs looking at you in the sky. And those dual eyeballs, they fly into the sky. Here they are over here. 2 UFOs. And that is coming, and they actually right here, they disappear as the camera pans. So the camera is panning and the lens flare goes away. It's gone over here. But the headlight, you see this big flare right there. So I just wanted to share this with you. I have been going over stuff for the last month. Osmo versus Luna, Osmo Luna, Osmo Luna, 4P Luna, 4P Luna. And I just came across this morning. I wanted to see if I could attempt a screenshot. I'm running my monitor back in 49-inch now. I was running it split. It was easier to do a screen recording. Now it's hard to do a screen recording, but now I'm back up to my 1000 nits and the monitor is just blazingly, glaringly good. So hope this helps you guys out. Download the footage at Film Alliance and check it out for yourself. Catch you guys on the next one.